Okay, you guys, it's me, M. Williams, your licensed master hairstylist in Atlanta, Georgia, North Atlanta. So with this client, you do not see the video sped up. I did not speed the video up because I wanted you guys to see what I'm doing. This is a young client, about 12, 13 years old. She has tons of hair, as you can see. But her mom left her braids in too long. She had feed-in braids that I did, feed-in braids. And the braids were left in too long. So you're going to see me taking very great care with her hair. I'm putting a detangling spray in to detangle the hair. I have already taken great care to detangle her hair in my chair. This is conditioner that I'm putting on her hair, so I'm doing a co-wash. I detangled her hair probably for about 20 minutes in my chair. Because when you take braids out, if you do not detangle the hair before you wet the hair can mat up and lock up on you and seize up on you and become hard as a rock. And it can lock up like some dreadlocks. So you have to definitely be careful and handle that hair with great care. So I'm co-washing it. I put some conditioner with a little bit of shampoo in there. I've already co-washed it. I'm still being very careful not to manipulate the hair too much. I'm not going in there aggressively. Even though I know her scalp is itching, I'm not going to go in there aggressively and scrub her scalp because I may end up getting the hair tangled up again. So I don't want to do that, especially you see how much hair she has and it's been left in braids for too long. So I just want you guys to see that I'm handling her hair with great care. I'm detangling it again after every shampoo because I do not want, you see how the hair is? It's not combing straight through as easily. And I promise you, I've already detangled her hair for about 20 or 25 minutes in my chair with a detangler and with a wide tooth comb. And when I say detangle, I'm talking about a product. So here I am again putting more conditioner in her hair. Co-washing it again, and I'm putting a little shampoo with that conditioner. Because what the conditioner does, it gives me the slippage that I need. It gives me the slippage that I need, meaning that it helps the hair to be kind of loose and not kind of tangle up together. It loosens up the hair. You know how conditioner, once you put conditioner in, it makes your hair soft and easier to comb through. So that's the slippage that I'm talking about. So I definitely do not want to get her hair tangled up or matted up, especially when you take out braids. The roots of the hair is always, I don't want to say the worst, but the roots are more of the challenge because, you know, at the roots, that's where your hair is growing. So all the time that you had the braids in, the roots of your hair has been growing. You see how I'm manipulating her scalp? I'm not going in too aggressively as to tangle up the hair. I'm taking my time. I'm rinsing her out. I'm using shampoo with a little bit of conditioner as well. I mean, you know the tricks of the trade. And the main goal here is caution. Caution. Because that hair can end up tangling up again if you're not experienced and trained on how to keep that hair from tangling back up again. Because again, it's natural hair. There's no chemicals in it. And natural hair tends to want to, it gets comfortable in the position it's in. That's how you do locks. That's how you start locks, is by twisting the hair, not combing through it at all, and the hair will lock up. And sometimes people, they wear braids for 2 months and stuff like that. Some people wear braids longer than that. So while you're wearing the braids for that length of time, your hair has memory, and it remembers that, hey, I'm comfy here, I'm cozy here. Nobody ain't been combing me, like I'm good. So that hair, it wants to just chill and stay in that locked position. You see how I'm taking such great care with her hair? I'm pulling it through because that hair can tangle up again. Don't let it fool you. Just because you detangled it in your chair for 20, 30 minutes, that doesn't mean that when you get the client to the bowl, it won't tangle up again. It will. So sometimes clients will be like, oh, girl, you can scratch harder. You can scrub harder. But when somebody have left braids in for way too long in the hair, you can tell that the hair just wants to be comfy, cozy, and tangled up and all meshed in together. You can't go in there. You got to be like, ma'am, I'm going to get you, but let me make sure this hair ain't going to mat up, because I don't want to mat the hair up and tangle the hair up into where I get you back to my chair, and then I'm trying to comb your hair out so that I can blow dry it, and it's all locked up. So that's why you see me taking my time. And you can tell that I'm getting the hair clean because you see the shampoo bubbles are way more than they were from the beginning. Because as the hair gets cleaner and cleaner, the bubbles tend to get bigger. Like you can see the bubbles, the suds from the shampoo, way more. So I'm rinsing her out. And I'm sorry I haven't kept track of how many shampoos I've done. Normally, though, I do 3. But sometimes in situations like this, I may do 4. Because I don't really count the co-wash as a shampoo. Because the purpose of the co-wash is for me to make sure that the hair don't mat up and tangle up. I'm taking great, wonderful care with her hair. Great, wonderful care. And if you have to go in there and detangle it several times, that's okay. I know that's going to slow your whole service time down and everything like that. But trust me, if you take great care with the hair, then on the back end, when you get the client in the chair after you've shampooed the client, then you won't have to be trying to detangle the hair all over again. So I'm showing you now the conditioner, because I'm about to co-wash her hair again. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. You want to cause as much slippage as possible. As much slippage as possible. And the little hair you see, that's nothing. That's just dead old hair. The hair has 4 stages of growth, which you can Google that and look that up. So the hair sheds. One of the stages of hair growth is shedding. And a lot of times when you've been in braids or some natural style for a long time, when you take the braids out, you're going to get a little bit of that basic shedding which is not excessive at all. It's just from detangling the hair and combing it out. See, even though you see me taking great care with her hair, it's still, the hair still don't want to come out of that locked position that it was in from wearing the braids too long. So I'm still taking great care. That's why you just don't leave the braids in. And it's a good idea too. If you've had your braids in a long time or when you're about to take the braids out, see, I'm putting more of my own homemade detangling spray, which I discussed what it is in my other video on YouTube. You can watch that, and I'm telling you how I mix up that spray. But you see, the hair is still being resistant, even though I've detangled her several times and I've co-washed her several times. The mom just left the braids in way too long. So one good idea is when you're about to take your braids out, or when you know you've had your braids in too long, before you take the braids out, whether it's knotless or box braids or feed-in braids, what you can do before you take them out is get you some kind of oil, whether it's castor oil. In my opinion, castor oil is very heavy. It's very heavy, but if that's what you use, that's what you use. So castor oil, you can get some olive oil, which they sell olive oil in the grocery store. Just get the light, they have the light olive oil, L-I-G-H-T. Light is not as heavy. So get the light olive oil and put it in like a bottle with a nozzle on the end. Put the olive oil in a bottle, just straight olive oil in a bottle with a nozzle tip. And then what you do is you go to each braid, whether it's box braids, knotless, or feed-in. And this is before you take the braids out. Go to each braid and at the roots, at the scalp, put some oil in it. Here we go, Atlanta, GA. You guys, I got cut off, so I wanted to come back on here and tell you guys about that last tip that I have for you guys, and that is get the virgin olive oil. It can be the light or it can be castor oil. Like I said previously, to me, castor oil is very heavy. So when you're shampooing your hair, it's hard to get that castor oil out. So I would recommend going in the grocery store, getting you some light, L-I-G-H-T, virgin olive oil. Get you a bottle with a nozzle tip. Pour the light virgin olive oil in the bottle. Put the nozzle cap on top. Screw it on. And before you take out your knotless box braids, your traditional box braids, or your feed-in braids, you take that oil before you take these braids out, before you take them out. And you take that nozzle and you put that nozzle tip on each braid. If it's knotless or traditional box braids, you go to each braid at your scalp, you put a drop of oil, and you go through as many of the braids as you can. If you're doing it yourself, you probably won't be able to see every braid, but you can pretty much feel it. And just put a drop of oil. It don't have to be a lot of oil, just one drop at your scalp on each braid. If it's feed-in braids, which you may have 6 going back or 7 or 8 going back, whatever, however many feed-in braids, you want to take that nozzle and go to your scalp again, but just drag it all the way down from the front of your hairline all the way back to the nape of your neck, which means that oil is going to be getting on your hair. So you do it on each side of the feed-in braid, the left side of the braid and the right side of the same braid. Just drag that oil down. And this is before you take out your braids. What this is going to do is give you that slippage that I speak of. It's going to give you that slippage that I'm telling you about. So that way, when you take your braids out, it's going to be way easier to get them out. Because pretty much when you start taking them out, they're going to pretty much slide out because that oil is giving you that extra slippage. Now, this is a tip that I'm giving you. I try to give tips and pointers on my page, on my YouTube channel. And so for me to give you more of these, or know that you want more of these tips and pointers, you must like the video. Like my YouTube video. That's how I will know, oh, they like me to put educational tips and pointers on here. Or, oh, they like this, or, oh, they like that. I won't know what you guys want to see more of and want to hear more of until you like the page. If you like this video, that's how I know that you want more content on my page like this. So if you go and it won't take you but a second just to like it and to subscribe, hit the bell. That way, whenever I post, you'll get notified. That helps my channel to grow. It also helps me to help you because I'm just thinking in my head what I think you guys may want to hear. I don't know until you like the videos. So if you like and subscribe and you hit the bell, that's how I will know. I'm not saying I know it all, but I have a lot of wisdom. And I owned a storefront salon for 13 years. I had a whole team of stylists. So I may be able to help you even more, but I have to know what you want help with. So if you like, subscribe, hit the bell, that's how I know, oh, they want to see more of that. So if you add that oil that we were just speaking of, that's going to give you that slippage that you need. That's going to help your hair not to be matted and tangled up when you take the braids out. If you handle it with great care, your natural hair will be healthy and strong. You won't have any breakage or no matted up hair. Also, look at the other video that I've already posted. It's called Detangling 101. How to detangle after taking out braids. Look at that video, and that's going to tell you the second step. After you've done this that I'm telling you to do with the oil, look at that YouTube video, Detangling 101. How to detangle your hair after you take out braids. Look at that video. That will give you my own homemade concoction of detangling spray. That way you can make that at home, and you will need to do that after this step. After you put the oil on the roots, after you take out the braids, then the next step, you need to look at that Detangling 101 video here on YouTube on my channel. And that's how you will know the second step. If you do these steps and you handle your hair with great care like I'm doing in this video, you should have no matting, no tangled hair, nothing but healthy hair. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to stay safe, like and subscribe, hit that bell, and please stay safe and be blessed. Happy 2022.